Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we are here to react to Dead City Season 2 official trailer.
The official trailer, Dead City is back. I forgot the date. I'm sure they'll say, but I believe it's in like 2 weeks. It's not this coming weekend. I think it's the following weekend. And also, The Last of Us will be starting in April as well. So we're going to have some awesome reactions coming out.
Yeah, we're going to be really busy. From as well.
Yeah, from as well. So super excited for this season. I'm the thing that I wouldn't say I'm worried about, but I'm very interested is the story. We know that Negan is, of course, going to be kind of the king of New York. He's going to be taking over and dealing with other factions of New York. Now, the purpose for Maggie coming back is very interesting. Maggie's going to get help from Percy to come back. Whether or not Hershel's going to be involved, Ginny, we'll have to wait and see.
We don't know that yet.
We don't know that yet, no. But I just don't know. We got to figure out the purpose of her going back. Now, I think it is to help Negan get out of the situation that she put him in. How does Hershel feel all about that? But I just hope they're not going to create so many different storylines that we're going to have to follow, because that can get a little messy. Season 1 did a great job of not doing that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to have Negan's storyline. We're going to have Maggie's storyline. Then if Hershel's involved, we're going to have a Maggie Hershel / storyline. Ginny's going to be thrown in there. Percy's going to be thrown in there.
The girl, possibly.
Ginny, yeah. The girl.
Ginny, yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't want to get too crazy.
Not to mention the Burrows and everything going on.
The Burrows,
there.
everything on the Negan side with Dama, Croat, everything is going to be awesome. But I just hope that it's not going to get too crazy with all these stories in this season. But hey, they've done a great job of it. We'll have to wait and see how it turns out. But super excited for this trailer.
Yeah, I can't wait for this.
All right, so we're going to check out this trailer, then we'll take a break because we're going to get screenshots because we're breaking this down as well. You guys know this. All right, let's check out Season 2.
Let's do it.
Official trailer.
Are you serious?
We'll have Manhattan, the Bronx and Staten Island too.
Ooh. Whoa.
It's lovely.
Interesting.
Why do you want to bring back Manhattan?
We've lost too much.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's talking to Percy.
You know what it means to go back there.
Whoa.
I hear this island's got no laws. The question is, are you going to keep it that way?
They have like fights with walkers.
You don't know what they're doing to Negan.
Whoa.
Okay.
New day, new beginnings.
Looks like he's going to get a little more
Bring the city back.
darker story.
You see, power equals power. So if you ain't with us,
Whoa.
I guess you're in for a bit of a shock.
Whoa!
It's a gentrifying neighborhood. What do you expect?
That was
I dare
pretty
any
cool.
mainlander to set foot on this island.
Fire!
You came out here to help me, right? That's what I need you to do.
A lot with Hershel.
The show's about to start. We got work to do.
Oh, yeah,
This
that's
new world,
awesome.
we're going to have to protect it.
Whoa, she's got Hershel.
Make new rules. I'm not playing your games.
What the fuck?
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Was that him?
Oh!
Whoa, dude.
Wow. May. Oh, it's May. I thought it was April. Sorry.
So,
it's May 4th.
as soon as you saw those boots, like, was that Negan? And then they show her.
Oh, she's holding Lucille
We don't know.
2.0, whatever he's going to name it. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
All right, we're back. So we're here to break down what we just saw. There was a lot of shots in that.
There's a lot.
A lot.
A lot of shots. So a couple things we left out just because they've been in previous trailers, but it's amazing. We'll can't wait to get to the end shot, but we'll get there. But I love seeing the overhead shots of New York, of how they do a desolated, apocalyptic city. I mean, it just looks
CGI.
gorgeous. So it's just it's real. No. Yeah, it looks amazing how the editing room and how you're able to do this to make it look just like it. Yeah, just desolated. It's amazing how they can do this.
Statue of Liberty doesn't have a nose.
No, it's been taken off.
You think there's people there?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's people living there. Yeah, they're probably up top too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. You basically live wherever you can.
Yeah.
So yeah. So not sure who the crew is with Maggie. It could be
Babylon people.
Could be some Babylon people that Percy has gotten to know that. Oh, there's another storyline, the Babylon piece. So, I think. We know that there's a piece of it with Percy and Babylon, so maybe these are people that Percy has been able to get out to say, "Hey, Babylon's not good."
She said the line, "Why do you want to bring Manhattan back?"
And she said that to Percy.
Exactly.
So that's interesting.
So maybe with that particular question, there is a storyline where Babylon is trying to revive the city of Manhattan. Now that they know, because the end of season 1, it was revealed to the leader of Babylon that they have methane gas.
They want the methane, yeah.
So they're not going to be able to smuggle that out of Manhattan and use that in Babylon. I'm guessing their hope is they can revive Manhattan to what it was once.
Maybe, yeah.
Its former glory.
Its former glory, yeah. So that's going to be interesting to see how they do that. Another wide shot here of just showing Manhattan, New York, and just looks so cool. This is a very cool shot. So this reminds me, this always comes up all the time with video games, but this reminds me of Days Gone, where people would set traps. So if you want to get into an area, they would put infected along the side, and you have to go through a very narrow way. Now it could be bad because they could scratch you, they could try to bite you to turn you. So this I'm not sure what this is. It's Negan and a protector that was behind him, all kind of that dude looked like he was built, or he had gear on to protect himself, while Negan does not. So I don't know if it's a secret area or something they're going to.
Yeah.
This could be interesting to see. And this is kind of the shot of Maggie saying, why do you want to bring Manhattan back? And she's, we're assuming she's talking to Percy because we get two different shots now. It's hard to say.
It's hard to say, is she already in Manhattan and she's talking to Negan?
Right, because there's another, it's a different shot. We'll see it later. But it seems like the person standing here is Percy, not Negan, but we'll have to see. Yeah. We've seen this kind of shot in a different trailer. We see Maggie opening these doors. Now, we don't know if she is in where Negan is and she's kind of pretending to be a new member to join the crew, or if this is maybe the underground people, the underground rebellion who's trying to rise up and take over Manhattan.
It's given me lineup vibes just from the lights and the dark.
Yeah.
Or it could be that area where they have fights. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, I'm going to predict right now it's her way of maybe getting into where Negan is to pretend like she's a member, and she can get in. Maybe. We'll see. Because she looks very
confused. A shot of her coming out of where she was.
Yeah, And this could be in the...
Did she see Negan here?
I think this
might
be...
For the first time?
I don't think so here. I think this might be the area where they do the fighting pits or something. She's seeing something weird.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think. See, this is the shot. So it's kind of, you can tell it's the same.
That is Percy.
It's the same building.
Yeah.
She kind of has the same, that dark sweater with the light under shirt.
Yeah.
So I think, so maybe it's something that Percy wants to do. Hey, let's rebuild Manhattan. Let's take it away from these crazies and just get the city back. Not back to where it was, but a livable city where everyone can stay.
Yeah.
Something like that. So another out here, it's they're gathering up some walkers. Maybe they're doing another fighting pit. This is kind of their form of entertainment. Hey, we have these walkers. Let's pit them against each other and see if they'll fight. Or we'll put a human being in protective suits and you get to fight them to kind of keep your skills up or something. I don't know. It's entertainment. It's something.
They got to put some walkers in there somehow.
Yeah. So I am excited for Ginny. The last we saw her, she got some very sad news. We don't know if it's real or not, but Negan told her that Negan killed her father, and it's assuming that Negan was one of the gentlemen who was trying to assault Negan's wife, and he killed him before, he made his wife and child go away, but we don't know that.
We don't
yet.
know that.
We don't know if he said it just for her to
get her out of there.
Yeah.
What's interesting about this, I don't know if this is when Maggie says we have to stop what they're doing to Negan or something like that.
Yeah, she was talking with Hershel, but yeah.
Is that later on?
It's later on,
okay.
yeah. But it could be in the same time frame.
The interesting thing about that is that means that Maggie maybe hasn't seen Negan in his current state.
Yeah. She doesn't.
Old Negan.
She doesn't know yet.
So she thinks that, hey, he's captive. They're holding him captive.
Yeah. And see, I like that. So she's feeling remorse. She
Or-
hasn't felt remorse for Negan for nothing.
Exactly, but that's going to change when she sees him.
Right.
Or is this something where, because we've seen shots of Hershel back with Negan or back in Manhattan, has he told her, hey, I'm just giving you a heads up, like Negan is back to his old self, but he doesn't want to be that. They're forcing him to be that.
Right. Yeah, there's a shot of Hershel with Dama. Now, we don't know if this is a flashback to when he was held captive prior, or if... And this is what I don't want again. I don't want
him to leave.
I don't want him to be captured again. And it's a whole thing again of saving Hershel again.
No, he's there because he's there with Maggie and more shots.
No, I do know that, but I'm thinking maybe during the process he gets captured, so then she has to divert and go get him again, but he's with Dama now. That's why I don't want it to turn into a let's save Hershel again.
No, I think this is more of Hershel saying, I'm gonna go save Negan myself because you, Mom, won't do it.
Won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like I said, I'm interested to find out what Ginny's perspective is on this, because she's there too. So maybe she still feels something for Negan, very father figure, but we'll have to get to the truth of whether or not he did kill her father. But was it a reason that he killed her? Because maybe he was the one assaulting Negan's wife. So we'll see. So yeah, this is kind of the same shot. So I'm excited. I remember we did a video a while back. The actor did say that his storyline in this is gonna be darker, and he's super excited for this. So I'm excited to see it.
It was already pretty dark enough.
It's pretty dark, but he said it's darker in this season. So I just don't want them to. The old line of let's save Hershel again. Let's get him a little bit stronger and let's get going. This is Glenn right here, guys. Glenn's badass. Let's do it.
It'd be really cool if they. I know Steven Yeun wouldn't do it, but like a flash of his father, not the kill scene,
a
flash
something
of
positive,
him.
something positive.
Maybe coming to see his son in a vision that he has, or a dream.
Yeah, sure.
Would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Dun dun dun.
See, there's no way. There's no. If you look at the previous Maggie shot where she's standing in that hallway, this is not the area that she's walking into.
No, hers. That's like
that was like a basement underground area.
Yeah. Let's take roll, folks. Cannot wait for this. Oh my god! And now we see the line of Negan saying, "I understand that this island has no rules. Do you want it to stay that way?" So it seems like. Going back to the previous shot, maybe these are split. Maybe these are different factions come together. There's different leaders.
Dama's watching.
We know Dama's
from
watching.
From this point of view right here.
Yeah, there's another shot. Yeah. So Kim Coates is a leader of a faction in New York. So I'm wondering if they have regular meetings to discuss things. And Negan's trying to formalize all these groups into one to say there's going to be rules. And Negan's going to go back to his old ways of making those rules and making them part of this now.
That's what I want to see. I want to see where we see this meeting. We have all these factions. Maybe one or two is not agreeing with what Negan wants.
And they get the iron.
I want to see manipulation from Negan, like blocked off roads and them trapping the back to that old tactics that he used when he had the saviors.
You disobey, you get the iron.
Yes, dude.
Or something new. Oh my god, a phone. Yeah, so I can't wait to see how he discusses the rules and things like that. So, and how other faction members may agree or disagree. But there is a shot of them disagreeing on something, which we'll get in a little bit. It was freaking cool. So here's another shot. They close this gate. They have like this walker in this crazy looking suit, and I think this is part of their games where they do like these fighting pits or whatever. So it's a very interesting suit. Like
it's going to be interesting. Like, is this a flashback where Negan essentially has to prove himself that he is the leader.
That he's the leader.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's actually on the outside. He was closing the gate.
Oh, that's right.
This is on the inside. So it might just it might just be their form of entertainment. So there's Dama. She's up in the rafters watching the meeting.
Yeah.
So, the thing about Dama is she does have a lot of power, but she wants Negan to run things. She'll be behind the scenes and maybe make small decisions, but she's only going to have meetings with like Negan and Croat.
Yeah.
Not everyone else.
I don't know about Croat.
He's just a puppet.
I think she's having meetings with Negan and Negan only.
Yeah. Croat's just a puppet. She used him. So this is kind of like the gong where begin, fight, the Street Fighter, Walker Street Fighter. That's what we're doing.
I don't know how I feel about this shit. It's gimmicky,
It's gimmicky, but I get it in a sense where it's like they're bored. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
But we'll see how far it goes.
I gotta be honest. If I'm in this situation, I'm not putting Walker fighting pits together.
No?
No.
You want to do it?
No. I'm probably gonna sit at a bar and drink.
Just chill. Yeah. So here's a wider shot, and look, you kind of get. I don't know who's sitting there, if it's Negan or not. Actually, it's Kim Coates.
That's Kim Coates.
Negan is right there. There's Croat.
Is that Negan though?
There's another shot where we saw because you said it's the Last Supper scene.
Yeah.
There's another shot. Negan's here and Croat's there. So this is a fighting pit.
That is interesting that Negan is not sitting at the head of the table.
I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if maybe this is Kim Coates' turn to sit at the head of the table.
Or maybe
it's his day.
Well, maybe this is his facility. Right?
Maybe it could be.
And when you come, exactly.
Yeah, they're guests. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, fighting pit here. So, I mean, this is a very tall person. So I wonder if this is a walker. And I don't know if this is another person or a walker. I think they're just having two different walkers fighting each other, to be honest.
I don't know.
We'll see, though. We'll see. So this is kind of where we look like a little bit of a rebellion type of piece. This is Hershel right here. Not sure what they're looking at, but they're kind of all gathered together, and maybe Maggie's doing a speech or something, or Percy or something like that to rise up the rebellion. And you kind of get a shot here of Maggie. I always don't like seeing her with that look on her face because she's either seeing something terrible, she's remembering something terrible, she's getting a flashback of Glenn or some bad things happening, and she's just
say that, but that event is traumatic.
Absolutely, traumatic and tormenting.
Like
it'll never go away.
Like lifelong.
Trauma
for
sure, definitely. See, there's a lot of stuff with Hershel, and I think she's going to be talking. Now, I do like what you said. I think maybe Hershel is wanting to take the reins. He'd be like, look, you fucked up. Look, I know what Negan did to my dad. Mm-hmm. You fucked him over to get me out, and Negan was willing to do it. Yeah. He was willing to get me set free, and we don't know what they're doing. It kind of goes along the line of her saying, we don't know what they're doing to Negan. He could be getting hurt. So I like it if Hershel is taking the reins, we'd be like, we have to go get him out because he saved me. We got to go get him.
Yeah.
And of course, Maggie's going to be a little hesitant.
I think that's the only way that Maggie goes and gets Negan is if Hershel forces her to.
Yeah.
By either leaving himself or saying things aren't going to be right between you and me until we make right what you did wrong.
Because we kind of got... in the last season, their relationship is strained even before he left.
We opened that season with a strained relationship.
Yeah, they're strained, and so I think that he's probably going to say a lot of things that are going to resonate with her. Of course, she's trying to protect her child. She doesn't want all these crazy things to happen. She knows of Negan. We're assuming Hershel knows. Do we really know if Hershel knows?
Hershel knows that.
Oh, he does. Yeah. So
doesn't Negan even say it to him?
I think they may have had a little conversation. Yeah. So, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
You can see there they have a lot of shots together of those two close up, having heart to heart. Like, look, we gotta discuss all this shit. And we get
that's at Hilltop. That's got to be at Hilltop. No.
It is his room that we saw him in. Yeah, so it's a scene of him. He's practicing knife throwing. Look at that.
Oh shit.
He's practicing knife throwing. So he's trying to get better at protecting himself.
I think he's gearing up.
He's gearing
to
up.
leave.
He's gearing up to go. Yeah. There's Croat. There's Dama.
It is Dama. Okay, so Croat is invited to the meeting.
This is her quarters, because I remember this mirror with the lights,
Mm-hmm.
when she's doing her makeup and shit. So yeah, and this is, Croat actually says in this, we can take Manhattan back. Like, they want to build up Manhattan to be glorious again. Now I'm not sure if this is in the same room. This looks a little
gotta be
This looks different because he's got a hood on.
This has to be the point where he hasn't fully accepted being their leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and he's like, this looks like,
look at him pissed.
This looks
dude.
like, fine, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah. Or he's just got so much disgust
God, I love
for
JDM.
Croat that I think he does. Like he
despises him.
Yeah,
he absolutely despises him. Yeah, dude. Oh, I love JDM so much. I love this shot, dude. I just love it. Just the small power that they get, the electricity, and I just love this old school purple and kind of got it here in the studio. The neon lighting, I absolutely love it. Radio City Music Hall, baby. It's kind of a shot we've already seen before, but this is kind of a clear shot of.
There's Kim Coates sitting.
There's Kim Coates.
So this would be, when I was going back talking earlier about how Kim Coates had his facility. Mm-hmm. This is Negan's facility.
Negan's. Yeah. So a meeting of the members. There's Croat here, and we know there's another shot of Dama. She is up
knight
there.
Armor.
This is like, dude. They're like wearing old. I mean, look, they have They have like spears. Like this is turning into. I mean, you lose all weapons. Yeah. And you gotta have.
No, I get it.
You gotta have something. But yeah, they look like medieval times.
Medieval times.
Medieval times. The smile on his face, dude. That's why it's gonna be so hard. We know that he's acting, but I think you've said it before. Does he really enjoy it a little? Yeah. Does he really enjoy it a little bit? Being in power again.
Power's power.
Power equals power. I love that line so much. This is a fucking cool ass shot, and we know that the next shot, I believe it is, or not yet. There's look at that. That's so cool. Oh, I think I cut it out. There was a shot of Maggie there because you can see the neon reflecting in her eyes. This is an interesting shot. This is Ginny with a gun.
This is obviously in Manhattan. This is got to be pointing a gun at Negan.
I was about to say, who do you think she's pointing it at?
It's got to be.
She wants the truth.
I mean, she's pissed.
She wants the truth about her dad. For sure. Yeah. We'll see. Or she's pointing it at Maggie like, no, we're fucking going. We're going, bitch. Cool shot here. Percy. Don't know if that's Maggie. Could be somebody else.
I don't think so.
Not really sure. So this, I'm thinking this is more Babylon, because Babylon does this. Remember? They hang people.
I don't know. That's really kind of looks like the walker that was fighting the other walker.
I don't know.
With the boots?
Yeah, I mean, it could be New York, but I get Babylon vibes just because we know that Babylon does this.
Yeah.
You drink on Sundays, they're gonna hang you, right? Yeah. It's insane. This is the part right here. So now look at their guards. Look how heavily armored they are.
It's insane.
It's insane. So Negan, I can't remember his exact line. He was saying, if you don't follow orders, you're going to get kind of a shock. Now, you do kind of see something right here,
yeah,
right?
That's so cool.
And then the dude's like, oh, fuck you, man. I'll fuck you up. Let me grab a bat with barbed wire on it by bare hands. Yeah, that's freaking smart. And all of a sudden, bitch, that is cool. Shocks that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
I love it. And then what I love about this shot is that he's part of this gang. And they're like, what? No, you can't do that. And Flamethrower guy comes in here and be like, sit the fuck down.
Do you think that Negan deploys
the
electricity to his bat because he no longer wants to crush skulls? Because that would bring... Because again, like I talk about that trauma, there's got to be some trauma there for Negan himself. He doesn't want to be that guy again.
Well, I mean, we see him hitting walkers, of course, but that's different. They're not alive.
It's different.
You could be right. I still think that he may do it because there's people around him.
Well, he has to.
If he has to discipline, he's going to be forced to do it. It's not... I mean... Well, he did it to Glenn to... He didn't discipline Glenn. He did it to Glenn to prove a point.
Yeah.
And it was Daryl's fault. No, but he did it to prove a point. But I wonder if doing that would bring back some kind of PTSD for.
What's he say? First one's me. Second one. Now that was all you. Mm-hmm. Didn't he say something like that?
Yeah. So yeah, flamethrower guy, back the fuck up. There's Kim Coates. Somebody just got torn in half, bitten in half. It's insane. So
and that is not from the fighting pit.
It doesn't seem like it. Don't know, but I cannot wait to see Kim Coates in action. He's so good.
He's going to be vindictive.
He's going to be awesome. If you guys didn't see him in Sons of Anarchy, like the dude is just legit.
More knights in the background.
I know. Like it's cool.
Or is those like the standing display?
Those might be a display, but I'd take that armor. Hell yeah.
Go back. It's Daryl Dixon.
No, Daryl right here? Yeah, it could be Daryl. Could it be Maggie? No, it doesn't seem like it. I don't know. Wyatt Shut here. We saw some people. Not sure if it's maybe Maggie's group. Oh, I think the was it? Did Kim Coates say it? It's something like he says I dare. He says I dare people to come on the island. He's daring people to come here, and I think if you do, you're just going to end up being killed. I wonder if that person snuck on the island and they did that to him.
Yeah, or it was a rebel.
A rebel, yeah. So not sure who this group is. Could be Maggie's group. Could just be a group of people trying to want to get on the island, and we'll see what happens after that. Look at the smile on his face. So see, there's Negan, there's Croat. So yeah, I think they are guests here. There's Dama. Yeah,
Dama.
They're guests here.
Who's the guy in the glasses? In between Dama and Negan.
Not sure. He's writing things down, so maybe
he's like a scientist.
Maybe he takes notes in the meetings. He's making notes. This guy he's like, oh shit. Negan kind of has a smile on his face. I think they're watching the fighting pits. Yeah. Croat's like, I've seen it 1,000 times. These people are like, oh god, I'm
Croat's
so terrified.
Almost got a little smirk, like he's enjoying what he's seeing.
The way that Croat is sitting, doesn't that give you like Game of Thrones vibes? Mm-hmm. You know, he's just sitting there like, I don't like this anymore. I'm gonna drink my wine. Yeah, Kim Coates is just like, yee. That's so hilarious.
Of course, they had to do a Last Supper.
I know. This, I think, is from, we saw the cannons firing.
This was Negan firing something at the boat.
Yep.
They were in that boat.
They were in it, and they had to get out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. You can see Hershel there. There's Ginny. Can't see Percy. I'm not sure if that's Percy.
So I think this is confirmation that Hershel doesn't go off on his own.
No.
He talks Maggie into going back to Manhattan.
I think he wants to leave on his own. He's ready to go, and Maggie's trying to talk with him.
The question is, when do they meet back up with Percy?
Yeah.
You know, obviously before they get back to Manhattan, but
yeah. So I took 2 of these shots because it's cool because look at her eyes. I got it at the right point. She's like, what the hell is this? Then the next shot, see how her face changes?
Is this the first time?
I don't know. She looks pissed, dude. She's like, that motherfucker.
I'm wondering if she sees Negan for the first time here.
See, I'm wondering.
Because look at Hershel's look, too.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like...
And he's like, what the hell is this going on?
Unless they're seeing the fighting pits or something. But like I said in my previous video, I want Maggie to witness Negan bashing heads, which will freak her out.
I wouldn't do live.
Yeah, maybe not live. Maybe he's bashing a Walker head and he's saying the lines that he said to Glenn. He's saying she's thirsty, and she's just like
a vampire bat.
A vampire bat. Yeah. So here's the boat.
That's an awesome shot.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty, just no lights, nothing. And yeah, then I think the next one is Negan. They're seeing the boat coming.
I wonder if he sees who they are through that. What do you call him? Binocular. And he knows, because look at the look on his face.
Yeah,
like he knows that he can't. Like if he fires at them, he's killing people that he cares about. But he can't.
Right.
He has to put on the show.
Yeah. Now at first, when I got this shot, look at the where the hell they get this thing? At first, when I took this shot, I thought maybe they were firing like a body. It looks like a body to me, but it's a explosive device, of course. And then it hits it right on there, and then they have to abandon ship. So it's interesting. But yeah, let me go back. Where the hell did they get this thing? And how did they get it up on top of a building? Come on.
Museum.
It would take, well, I mean, they could do it. It would just take a lot of work and time to get it up there. But, yeah. This is a cool shot. Looks like a big, I don't know what museum this would be in New York. Let us know, guys, in the comments what this building is. We're assuming it might be a museum in New York. Don't know what. These look like, I don't know, these are weird helmets. Give me like Predator vibes. But there's Negan here. Croat. Dama. I don't know who this is, but
Is that Hershel?
I don't think so. I saw that coat in the shot with
that might be that scientist guy that I was saying.
could be the scientist
or the glasses guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he's carrying a book bag. He was writing earlier.
He's taking notes. So this is going to be a very emotional moment, it looks like. We got Maggie and Hershel here. I cannot wait to see what she's saying. There's another emotional moment here.
Is that Hilltop?
It looks different. Maybe she caught up with him. Maybe he does leave, and she has to catch up with them. I don't know.
Because they're coming to Manhattan together.
Yeah. Or maybe they had to get separated because there's walkers or something.
Separated.
She's just like, oh my God, thank God you're alive. So, I mean, yeah, this is kind of like a brick building that looks like, where trucks bring their deliveries and things. So they might be in New York still. Another emotional moment. It kind of goes back to, I think, 2 shots before. This moment right here is again here. Yeah. She's holding his head, talking, and I can't wait to hear this because it's going to be emotional. Because Hershel's going through a lot. I don't even know if, we'll have to see if Maggie knows that Hershel lost one of his toes. That Dama, remember? Dama took one of his toes.
Yeah, that's going to set her off.
So, yeah. Here it is, bro. She walks in.
The way he says Maggie.
He said, you came back.
Yeah, the way he says that. It's real.
It's a lot.
It's real.
It's real. He's very, very surprised.
But it's like he was happy and elated that she's there. Almost.
Yeah.
She's not going to be happy.
Yeah. I didn't get the wide shot because we saw it before, but it does show them standing close together, and Negan is holding the bat in front of her. Because we saw a shot of another trailer where she looks down and sees it.
This is probably one of the most exciting moments that I'm looking forward to right here is this conversation.
Yeah.
And it probably won't happen until at least episode 3.
A few episodes in. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't wait. Well, because he also says in that wide shot, we have work to do. So they're both fully on board. Like it's like Negan knows, like, look, I'm not here to stay here to be king. If we want to break this up, we have work to do.
Yeah.
So I think Negan is fully on board to be like, look, I'm not staying. I was just here to do my job, so to make sure Hershel is safe.
Yeah.
To do the deal. So
maybe it takes Hershel revealing what Dama did to him for Maggie to realize, like, we got to change what's going on up there.
Because I think, Negan knows that Dama took his toe because Dama showed it to him. Yeah.
And so the thing that's interesting about that, right, is if you're Maggie or if you're any other group and you see the power that's starting to rise in a populated area like Manhattan, that's dangerous for your community if you're on the outside looking in.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like Maggie is in the fighting pit. We don't know if
proving herself
to make it to get in, I think. Yeah. Here's the wide shot here. Oh, beautiful.
She's looking down.
Beautiful. Well, see,
it's
like at Kim Coates' place.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll figure it out.
After she fought?
Maybe.
And she's one of the group now?
She's one of the group now, yeah. I love it. I can't wait for this.
But wouldn't Dama know? Wouldn't Dama know Maggie?
I don't know her face. Croat definitely would. But not sure.
That's interesting.
Yeah. This is an interesting shot here. We got closed gate, a bunch of walkers here, and then the regular people's up here. Is that somebody standing right in the middle? I think it seems like they're... I know you're getting reflection, but it seems like they're listening to somebody speak. See, this part right here, I don't know if this is present day or a flashback to when he was captured by her.
Yeah. There's no way that we're going to be able to tell that.
No.
Just from this.
No. Well,
I mean, is he wearing the same shirt that he's...
The outfit makes me think this is a flashback because of what he's wearing, but we don't know. He could just wear this all the time.
Yeah, I think the sole purpose of this is to show us, the viewer, how dangerous Damas can be. Mm-hmm. I don't think we've seen that yet. Mm-mm. So,
no, not yet. This is an interesting shot. It's Negan and Croat, and as the shot gets closer, it's just a bunch of warriors. I mean, they might be doing games, they might be doing something to prove
just
themselves.
Screwing around, just a night out.
Having a night out,
Yeah.
Don't know, but these are, I mean, they got a lot of people, man. No, how dare you? It's George Washington.
That is a massive painting.
That was a huge painting.
I didn't realize it was that huge.
I think that's, well, of course they're not burning the real thing, but
of course
it's a replica of, I think, what is real.
Yeah.
Like, that's how big that painting is.
That's what I was saying. That's massive. I didn't realize it was that huge. That's crazy.
We got Maggie coming in.
That's Kim Coates. That's Kim Coates' area.
It seems like it. There's Percy.
Because this window was there as we were looking on Kim Coates with that body.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And that's Maggie holding Croat. Yeah.
I think she murders him, dude.
Well, she's already killed something, because look at that freaking knife.
That's a walker.
What?
The blood.
The blood?
Yeah.
No, because it's too dark.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Here she is again in a pit full of walkers.
Jeez, dude.
Now, I did see she is wearing, I didn't get the shot, but she's wearing a contraption on her arm. It's like a metal contraption to stab. Yeah. This part right here.
Whew. Yeah. So, here's the thing. There's only a few people this could be. He's going to scream like that for Maggie. He's going to scream like that for Hershel, in my opinion.
Ginny.
Is it someone that we don't expect? Is it his wife and child?
That's kind of what I was leaning towards.
Yeah.
Somehow they found his wife and child, and they're using that against him for something.
So then the question is, if it's his wife and child, when is this? Is this before he starts becoming that ruthless leader that they want? Is this the tool that they use to get him to be like that? Or is this maybe he disagreed with it or wouldn't do it? Then they showed him that. Are they killing him? Okay. Because if they kill him, if they kill his wife, I would fully expect for him just to go bad. But he doesn't go bad. We know that because of the brief conversation with Maggie.
Yeah.
I think.
It's so hard, of course, to distinguish this just going off of first reaction. So I agree with you. This reaction could either be Maggie, Hershel, Ginny, his wife, his child.
They're not going to put his child in there.
Now they're talking. Well, yeah, you probably
the show won't.
Yeah, the show won't. Timeline. I don't think this is. I don't think this is. In my opinion, I don't think this is before wanting him to become like the old Negan. I'm thinking that he's being caught.
They catch him
with him and Maggie trying to dismantle things.
Yeah.
And they're interrogating him. Now they're going to use something to hurt him. To either hurt him and then kill him, or hurt him to say, "You going to go back to your place now?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be Maggie. I mean, they could threaten to kill Maggie, but they're, of course, not going to kill a maid.
I think he would have the reaction for Maggie like that, but I don't think it's Maggie. I think it's his wife, man.
I hope not.
I think it's
I
his
hope
wife.
it's not Ginny either,
And
or
who's
Hershel.
Look, and he could scream like that and them not kill her.
Yeah.
He could be screaming like that because he realizes they're hurting her.
Yeah. I mean, this is a full reaction. Like, he wants to get out of that chair and help or do something, and they're holding him back. Like,
it's his family, dude. It's his family.
God, I hope not.
It is.
Because that would suck. Like, only to bring his wife back just to kill her. I mean, it is a show.
Again, who's to say they're going to kill her?
Exactly. He could just be like, we have her, and he's going to react that
Yeah.
way. So yeah, you're right. Anybody doesn't have to die, but it's just the threat of it.
Because if he loses his wife,
I
think he goes full bad.
That would be the turning point. He'd want to just. I don't know if he would go back to old school Negan. He would just want to kill them all,
annihilate everyone.
He'd kill them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, can't wait to find out what this is. This is an interesting shot. I
still think that's in Kim Coates' area.
This is very confusing. You want to know why?
Why?
That.
Oh shit, that's right.
It's a bear.
Yeah.
But look at its head. Look what's in its head. One of those knives that Hershel was practicing with. So maybe Hershel's there, threw a knife, but we know that animals don't turn. So why the fuck is there a grizzly bear in here?
There's a zoo.
That's true. So maybe they're keeping the bears.
Well, I mean, it could be wild.
It could be wild, but it's in a building.
But at the same time, it's in a building. I swear, I'm going to put this out here now. If we get a battle with the bear, I'm done. Okay,
they're gonna battle, dude. It's in the shot.
Okay, then someone better be getting fucked up.
You just better run. You're not going to fight a bear.
You're not going to outrun a bear.
You're not going to... Well, in a building, you could.
In a building,
but
maybe.
You're not going to fight a bear.
No.
One slash, you're done.
Yes.
Yeah, this is weird.
What's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? The Indian...
the one where he fights... One where he's
where he gets mauled
by a bear. Like, based on the true story of somebody, I think. Yeah.
That was probably pretty realistic, I got to assume.
That was realistic. Yeah, that was brutal.
Now, I know they CGI'd the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah, but it was
brutal,
dude. That's what will happen to you.
And here's what I see AMC in The Walking Dead doing. She's going to hit this thing, like a fight.
Like punch it in the face.
No, she ain't punching that thing in the
I just
face.
don't understand. Okay, if they're keeping a grizzly bear in a building for whatever reason, maybe they do it, and if people go bad, they feed people to the bear, and they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just weird.
Yeah,
it's weird. So we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. A fight with a grizzly.
I mean, I'm all for wildlife because I think it's very realistic that zoos will break out. Actually, most of the animals would probably die because they can't get out of the captivity.
Yeah,
but man,
see,
a bear in Manhattan.
You're right, but here's where I would want animals to take, and I'm taking more into terms of the zombie genre in video games, especially the game Days Gone. Where animals turn.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend, yeah.
Is probably the closest to that because there were dogs that were susceptible to the strain.
Right. So seeing animals turn would bring a completely different threat. But like you said, a lot of the animals are set free, they're gone, or they're dead. Because in zoos, they're probably going to be dead because they're still locked up. They can't eat.
I don't think this is zombified.
It's not zombified. It's just... Yeah, let's keep a grizzly in the house. It's weird.
So man.
Weird.
There we go.
Here we go. Now, like you said, do you think this is... I think this is Negan. It could be Maggie.
No, that's Maggie.
You think it is?
Yeah, look at the boots.
Oh,
man.
the boots.
Yes. Those are women's boots.
Do you think maybe she has it and she comes to the point where she thinks that she's going to hit Negan over the head to take revenge and then she doesn't? Look at this shot. I have... very warm things happening in my body right now. This shot is so fucking hot.
Warm things happening.
Take that as you will. I might cut that out. I don't know. But this shot is hot. And I guarantee you she's looking... Do you think she's looking at Negan?
Someone...
Or do you think she's looking at Ooh, could it be Dama?
Someone is on the receiving end of that bat right now.
Do you think...
And so what is really psychological about this is if she is now contemplating, do I do the same thing to this person that was done to my husband? Mm-hmm. That's a mind F.
What does that make me? Yeah.
That is on a whole nother scale.
Plus,
it's not Croat, I don't think.
Here's the similarities between this. Yes, she's holding a different series, Lucille. She's also wearing a leather jacket. Yeah.
When you said that.
Guys, I can't wait to see who's on the receiving end of this. Is it Negan?
I don't think it's Negan.
Is it Dama? Is it Croat? It's something, but it would resonate more if it was Negan, because he's on his knees. Maybe he's like, fucking do it. I've caused you so much pain. Ooh. Let's say that they do, unfortunately, kill his wife. He would help to get Hershel, Ginny safe, knowing that he's like, I have nothing to live for. Do it. I caused you so much pain.
Yeah, but
do it.
The thing that bothers me about that is she's already had that opportunity.
He's already done it
with
before.
a gun.
Yeah, he's already did it.
He's
once.
already basically given up in front of her and said, "Kill me."
But this is more iconic.
I get that,
But yeah,
I don't think it's Negan.
yeah.
What would be really cool is if Negan's watching.
Yeah, and you see like a little smirk. Dude, I'll wait till we're done so you guys can see us on camera. But yeah, this is so hot, and I love the new logo.
Is that like spray paint?
It's kind of like spray paint. Oh. Yeah. So May 4th, guys. Sorry, I thought it was coming in a couple weeks. That's actually The Last of Us starts in Last of Us Season 2 starts in April, coming up in about a week or so. But May, cannot wait. So, shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say.
The bat.
Yeah, the bat. Kind of like, yeah, do you think like Negan has like, this is what I was going to say. Over the course of the months where they're shooting Dead City Season 2 and even afterwards, there has been a lot of memes, a lot of pictures, a lot of people who seriously think.
Here we go. You don't even have to finish your statement. And no, we have not talked about this off camera, and I already know where he's going. There's people shipping Maggie and Negan.
Yes.
Dude, come on.
There are people shipping Maggie and Negan.
It's so ridiculous. I already knew you were going there. That's how ridiculous it is.
I love it.
Here's what I think about that.
No.
Honestly,
It could.
honestly, would it bother me?
No.
It's kind of a pretty interesting twist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He obviously would have to lose his wife, which might happen. We'll
see.
And he's not going to move on from her that quickly.
Not that quickly, no. Yeah. No, it's just people that, like, yeah, that's insane. That's insane. But then, yeah, if
I mean, she hasn't even forgiven him yet.
No.
Let alone have a romantic feelings for him.
Yeah. But, if they do, then they could become, like, the Lucille couple. They'll both have bats with
Glenn
barbed
would be
wire.
rolling over in his grave.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Imagine them both coming back to, like, Alexandria
in front of Rick,
and just they're walking, holding hands, being lovey-dovey, and Rick's like, "Seriously?"
And Daryl strolls up. This is my. And by the way,
this is my husband.
Sherry and Dwight want to kill him.
Yeah. Hi guys. This is my wife, Maggie.
They have a kid.
They have a kid together.
Oh, jeez, man.
Oh, man.
No, I mean, look, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Would be pretty interesting.
Guys, that was a fun-filled, packed trailer.
Yeah. A lot happened.
A lot of cool stuff. A lot of weird stuff. I think the only weird thing was with the bear.
I still think the whole methane stuff is ridiculous.
The methane stuff's weird.
The fighting stuff is ridiculous too.
I took it out of the shots because we saw it in the opening scene, but they're putting the Walker dead bodies into this liquid, which is then turning it into the methane, and that storyline is going to be weird, especially with what the leader of Babylon wants to do with it.
Why couldn't they just say...
all they do is inhale it and get high.
But why couldn't they just say we found a way to continue the refining of oil?
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me about that is, like, in the main series, we found a way to reload...
reload
ammunition.
Make ammunition.
Why is that not a thing?
I don't know.
anymore.
I don't know.
You could still collect the casings. There's still supplies. You can still make gunpowder.
Yeah,
I just don't get that.
They still have fuel because they're still driving. They're still driving boats. They're still driving vehicles. Somehow there's electricity in Manhattan that they're able to.
That's because of the methane.
Maybe.
But I'm just saying, like, what, I haven't seen a gun in a while.
Don't see a lot of guns anymore.
I don't think I've seen one in that trailer.
Yeah, I like that though, because
I get it.
If you have guns everywhere, then it takes the fear of somebody getting killed, because all they're gonna do is just shoot. But if you're more hand to hand now it's like, okay, there's fear, because like you have to know how to fight humans and walkers to survive.
But both from the source material and the show that having ammunition was power.
It was power
during All Out War.
Yeah, it was power, absolute power. Yeah.
So I don't understand why effort wouldn't be put into replicating that power.
So do you
especially for Negan, he knows that.
Yeah. So do you think they're using the methane for other means, or just to inhale it to get high?
Oh no, I think they're using it to power the city.
Power the city.
Yeah.
You might be right. I don't know if they haven't really.
They're not using that to get high. They're using that to power the city.
They kind of use it for getting high too.
Sure.
But you are absolutely right. I think they're using it for electricity and power means.
Which is, again,
makes sense.
Stupid.
So that would make sense as to why Babylon would want it, because they want electricity for all the things.
If we have minds that can concoct this methane to creating power, why is that intelligence not being used to continue the things that mankind was doing before that were probably more efficient than creating methane gas out of walkers?
Well, you gotta have smart people that know how to do this shit.
Smart enough to put the methane shit together.
Well, I couldn't do it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I don't.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, that's the fun. It's the frustrating part about it, but it's the fun part about it, because they're not going to go that deep.
No, they have
showing how they're able to do it.
They have to throw stuff like that in. They have to put the fighting pits in.
They don't have to put the fighting pits in.
I would just assume
that's just for
seeing
entertainment.
walkers.
Yeah, I mean it's
in
just,
the wild.
It's more for entertainment and that kind of purpose.
Like, are we going to get the bungees or the zip line? Sorry.
That was one thing I mentioned that I was kind of disappointed, because part of AMC's marketing, they were like, okay, we're going to New York. There's 1 million walkers in that city, and the only way people can get around properly are ziplining between buildings. We
saw that maybe twice.
We saw that like twice. Yeah. And that was it. So, I mean, with better control, you're able to go on the city streets and, block things off, but...
Like, what would have been really cool is if they had a POV shot of one of our characters ziplining.
Yeah,
and
cool.
You got to experience the zipline. Now, I know that takes a lot of production value, I would assume.
Just put a fucking camera on somebody. They do that all the time.
That's true.
Just put a camera on them, and then, like, as they're ziplining, make sure they look over, so they're, making you feel like, oh, they're looking down, like, holy shit, and freak people out who are scared of heights. Like, yeah,
sweet. Yeah.
But yeah, they could easily do that. They just wear a camera. But not that the whole ziplining thing is like an all-out break deal, but it is something cool, because, like, if you're in a building and there's walkers in there and you're trying to run out,
or bears,
and you cannot get to ground level, what are you gonna do? If you can't get to the roof and try to freaking jump between buildings, which if you can't, but if there's a zip line, see if you can get on that zip line as fast as possible. If not, you're just gonna have to.
You're grabbing that bear and you're throwing it out the window. Is what you're doing.
I want to see that grizzly bear chasing people down the street.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
You think it feeds on walkers? Now that would be sweet.
That'd be cool.
They get a shot of the bear before it starts attacking Hershel and Maggie. It's chewing on walkers.
Just chewing on walkers. See, I don't know if it would like it though, because it's not fresh blood.
I mean, it'd have to be. It's what else is it going to eat?
That's true. It's got to eat something. So, guys, May 4th. Reactions coming back for Dead City Season 2. We are super pumped for this season. I think this is going to be It's going to be very emotional because there's a lot of scenes in there with Maggie and Hershel, and I think once Maggie and Negan come together again, it's going to be emotional. I can't predict right now how this season's going to end. I know that Lauren Cohan has mentioned before, even Jeffrey D. Morgan, they want to do multiple seasons. Like Lauren Cohan said, she predicted they're going to do like 5 seasons of this, and with the writers and stuff, I'm sure they could do it. But it's like you start thinking how long, and it's like, well, what are the stories that we're going to tell?
Definitely excited about it for sure after seeing this trailer, and you know, maybe after the 5 seasons we'll get a Negan and Maggie wedding.
Maybe a wedding, and then a final endgame reunion for everyone. Yeah. So, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments of this trailer. Let us know how excited you are for the season to return, and make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe for other Dead City Season 2 videos and for upcoming reactions starting on May 4th after the premiere. So we'll see you guys next time. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation. We're up.